Welcome to this explainer. Okay, so if you've ever stared at a plain old command line interface and thought, how do I actually turn this raw code into a sleek, clickable application? Well, you're in exactly the right place. Today we are going to completely master Java GUIs and the Swing toolkit, and we'll be building a real-world visual application from the ground up.
Here is our game plan for today. First, an intro to Java GUI. Second, we'll look at your Swing building blocks. Third, we're powering things up with interactive event handling. And finally, number 4, we'll put it all together by building the inventory system.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, Intro to Java GUI.
So a graphical user interface, or GUI for short, is basically what lets us interact with software using visual elements instead of memorizing and typing out endless text commands. And in Java, the Swing toolkit is our absolute go-to framework. It's the essential tool we use to ditch that clunky command line and develop simple, highly visual, and interactive user experiences.
Now, creating these applications is really a two-part journey. On one side, you have building the interface. That's gaining proficiency in Swing and GUI components to build out the static visual layout. But on the other side, you have making it interactive. That's where we apply event handling, so that when a user actually clicks or types something, the app knows exactly how to respond.
Moving right along to Section 2, your Swing building blocks. You can think of Swing components as the actual anatomy of your application. The JFrame, that's the main window container. It's like the skeleton holding the whole shebang together. The JLabel acts as your app's voice, displaying text or instructions to the user. Then you have your JText field, which is just a simple box for the user to type short text into. Need something clickable to trigger actions? That's your JButton. And if you need a bigger box for multiple lines of text, you use a JText area. Mastering these basic components is absolutely crucial. Seriously, it's just like learning the alphabet. Once you know how to arrange these specific pieces, it gives you the exact foundation you need to develop really effective visual GUI applications from scratch. Okay, let's bring it to life in Section 3. Powering interactive event handling. A digital body needs a nervous system, right? Well, event handling happens in 3 rapid-fire steps. First, the user interacts. Maybe they click that J button. Second, a mechanism called the action listener actually catches that event. It's basically listening out for a specific action. And third, your interactive Java code executes. Boom, the application responds.
That action listener is the vital spark here, because without it, your app is literally just a pretty drawing on a screen. It's this exact process of event handling that completely transforms a static layout into a fully functional, interactive Java application. Let's put this all into practice with Section 4, Building the Inventory System.
So Task 12 challenges us to build a working inventory management system. How do we do it? Well, we use our components. We'll set up text fields to capture the product ID, the product name, the price, and the quantity. We'll wire up a button with an action listener to submit that data, and then we'll display all that captured product information back to the user. We're literally taking pure theory and assembling a tangible, working system. And this perfectly ties into our main goal, Learning Objective 5.1, developing simple Swing-based GUIs to enter and display product information. By building this, you're not just writing arbitrary code anymore. You're developing real-world solutions that can actually capture, process, and output vital data. So we've covered the GUI foundations, explored those core Swing building blocks, and figured out how the action listener brings it all to life. You have the components, you have the logic. My question to you is, what will you build next? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and happy coding.